Let me guess, you're relocating to Lagos soon, or you're a real estate investor in the Lagos real estate market doing your research, or maybe you're here for the gist. Well, anyways, I would summarize the video by saying that Lagos is like a toxic boyfriend. Like, he stresses you so much, like he stresses you a whole lot, but you love him all the same. Why you tell me which of my guests it is in the comments. Let me quickly throw in a quick intro. Hi friends, how you all doing today? If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Faith Ozohu. I'm a real estate consultant based in Lagos, Nigeria. On this channel, I document my entrepreneurial journey. I also share real estate opportunities and best offers. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my honest review of Lagos, Nigeria. I've lived in Lagos for like nearly 4 years now. So I actually wrote them down. Yeah, so if you see me looking down like this, I'm actually looking at my screen where I noted the lessons down. So let's go to the very first one, which is resilience. I've always lived in a small town, and coming to Lagos in 2019, I realized that I need extra energy. Like, I need to be body, like they would say. I need to be able to motivate myself. I need to be stronger, probably harder, when it comes to attitude, because this is a city where anybody can just ride on you if you are seen as somebody that is very soft, gentle, and all. So resilience is the very first lesson that I learned, on arriving Lagos. I just had to be stronger for Lagos. All right, so the next one is food. For food, I would say that my experience living in Lagos is better with food than when I lived in my small town, because here I get to taste different cuisines. I get to experience new type of food. In my small town back at home, I was basically opened to what comes from my mommy's kitchen, and of course most times it's our local delicacy. But in Lagos, I got to taste different food, like from different tribes. Igbo, is it the international, the what do you call it, continental, is it continental dishes? Is it intercontinental dishes? Well, I remember I ate mushrooms in one of my outings that made me purge for 2 days. What I'm trying to say in essence is that in Lagos, you are exposed to more food options, even though a lot of it are not organic and as rich as the ones you find in your hometown, but you get to enjoy things like chicken and chips. My hometown, what we have was just Mr. Biggs. We didn't have chicken and chips, and so all of that were very interesting to me to try out in Lagos. Now the next thing here is earning. Obviously the salary is higher, because that's like the number one reason we all move to this place, right? Greener pasture in quotes. Because there's a popular saying that the money made in Lagos stays in Lagos. You're earning high, you still spend high in Lagos, and so the earning here is better than you'd find anywhere else in Nigeria. But mind you, you're also going to be spending more if you don't know how to save, or if you don't devise a means to save. The next one here is traffic and understanding road network. See, in Lagos, before you cross the road, first of all, why are you crossing road? Most roads in Lagos has bridge, so you use the bridge where there is bridge, because you cannot cross road anyhow. The roads are wide, the roads are crazy here. But if the road is like a small, all the street roads, you need to look left, look right, look up, look down, look middle before you cross the road, because if anything happens, you would be blamed for it. And like, everybody is on a rush here. Nobody has time for anything. Even if you fall down, the next person beside you will not come around to give you a helping hand to stand up. Everybody just do as if nothing happens. So you need to be very careful. The road network here is beautiful but crazy. So where there is footbridge, please use footbridge. I remember when I was working in Lekki at one time, the distance I would take to get to the footbridge, cross the footbridge and come down, my fellow co-workers that were very very used to Lagos already, that can easily cross the road, you understand, they would have gotten a bus way before me, before I come down from my footbridge. But still, that kept me alive today. I don't know, I don't know if the experience would have been better if I had tried to follow them. But anyways, when I got a bit more comfortable, wiser and all about Lagos living, I started to cross some roads that has footbridge, but that's not advisable. Make sure to observe. If you're new, take your time. If you want to cross the road, hold on first, look around you. How are people crossing? Are they using footbridge? Do you understand? So be very very observant, so that we don't have funny stories to tell. Now let's go to respect and common courtesy among people and everybody you meet. But before then, can you kindly tap on that like button, please? I actually wish that this video can get 100 likes. That's like a wish for me, and I would be very very happy if it comes true and you have a role to play there. So please tap on the like button and probably subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content, to get more content from me. Thank you as you do so. So respect and common courtesy among people is very low compared to where I'm coming from. Do you understand? Like, okay, fine, there is a sense of relaxation here. Everybody is relaxed. There is this air of you don't owe anybody anything here, and so there is a very relaxed mood here. But at the same time, you find somebody talking to somebody that is not their mate in a very rude way, or you find an elderly person speaking like a child, not acting their age. It's so funny. Like, I was so surprised when I first came here. My common courtesy here is almost non-existent. It's more of, I don't owe you anything, you're not feeding me, so why should I give you unnecessary courtesy, especially if you are not acting properly, right? But in my hometown, even if an elderly person is not acting properly, you dare not correct the person, that kind of thing. And so one thing I wrote here is networking and packaging. Man, if you're new to Lagos and maybe you've not always lived in a city, you know that there are a lot of things that you need to package yourself about. I'm somebody that is very plain. I just say things as I feel, but I realize that sometimes you don't just come out so plain, so that you can grow in a city like this. Keep your business to yourself and act accordingly. I feel like a number of people are seen to live fake life here, but I don't really see it as fake life. I see it as adaptation for survival. Let's put it that way. What you must do to adapt, what you must do to grow, or what you must do to achieve where you want to achieve. Some girls living in Lekki don't really own the very apartment they display online. They might be sharing it with maybe like 10 other people, but whenever they are making their content, they make sure that those people are not around. I know somebody like that. So will you not say that that person is living a fake life? No, not really. That is what she must do to get to where she must. She's a content creator. She needs to be a breath of fresh air to people, and that means showing off fine things. So she's living in a very very beautiful and luxury apartment in Lekki that is not wholly hers, so she's sharing it with other people. And that's like, it's in Lagos that I got to learn about shared apartments and all of that. So that's not, is it fake living? No, it isn't. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Now, still on networking, I feel like we don't network in the city like with that pure innocent heart. I feel like we do it for what we stand to gain. Meanwhile, where I come from, if I'm trying to be friends with you, it's because I really really love you and want to be your friend. But here is because of what I stand to get from you, or what you stand to get from me. And I don't know, I feel like life shouldn't be like that. When the person is not looking, you begin to do like this to the person, but when the person is looking, you're like, you're all smiles. That's not life. I feel like we need to be more human, when networking in a city like Lagos. Oh, this very next point is very, very important: time management. If you are not careful, you'll be known as a late comer. You just, because of the traffic, you just need to know how to keep your appointments. And I feel like this would come from experience. By the time you experience getting late to a place once, next time you will know when to leave your house so that you don't get so late. I remember when I just started my work, my contact center work, then I used to get to work somewhat late, and my team lead will be like, Faith, I'm still giving you grace. So I'm like, thank you, sir. I'm so sorry. It's traffic. Traffic. Traffic is not. Traffic is not. It's not an excuse. Do you know where I live? Do you know how early I leave my house? Some people leave house 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So I feel like this very point, it comes with experience. By the time you get late to where you need to be early, next time you know exactly what time to leave your house to get to where you need to be. So time management is something that is a skill you need to learn when you live in a city like Lagos. Now, the next thing I wrote here is community spirit. Wow. Like I said before, I don't know, someone else might think differently. Let us know in the comment, but I feel like the community spirit here is not as original and authentic compared to what I experienced or what I have, back at home. There is community spirit, there is Jaye Jaye, there is Owambe, there are parties, there are hangouts, there are places you can network. But still, I feel like, yeah, we need to put our hearts more in this reach out, in this community thing that we are doing together. All right, so the next one here is language and slang. I feel like Lagos is like the bakery for slangs and language and different languages, because first of all, a lot of celebrities live here, a lot of people, crazy people live here, a lot different kind of people converge here in Lagos, and so obviously different language, different slangs would come up here, different news, the ones you see on social media. Of course, this is the bakery of it. I remember my friend telling me that Faith will become something else ever since you moved to Lagos. So I'm like, what to do? So yeah, the language here mostly is pidgin. You speak pidgin English, then you speak English too, but because a lot of people from all over the world, all over Nigeria converge here, but they are mostly Yorubas anyways, mostly Yoruba people here, but still even Yoruba speak pidgin. So I feel like the official language in Lagos is pidgin, unless you are in an official gathering where you should speak proper English, but generally everybody just speak pidgin. Weather. So let's talk about weather. Weather here is very different from what I know. The sun doesn't shine, like sun is not too hot here. I am from the northern part of Nigeria. Sun is hot in my place, and while that is good for me because I'm like chocolate, I melt under the sun, but while I don't really enjoy staying on that very, very hot sun, that's one of the reasons I left home, because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this now that I have the right. So at the same time, I feel like the sun is not really shining too much. Rain here is stupid. That's how I call it. The rain here is stupid. The rain will not fall. When you say rain is falling, here rain has stopped. This one will be dragging body. In my place, rain will fall. When rain fall, you know that rain will go away and the sun will shine. But here, weather will be dragging body. Do you want to rain or do you want to shine? And what you want to do it fast. Stop dragging body. So the weather here is like this. It's lukewarm. It's not sure. It's just a mixture of things, and then overall it's just cool. So even when it seems like the sun is hot, it's shining, you are okay, you are good. Temperature is just right. Yeah, I think that's how to call it. The temperature is just right. Just that moi, that like light. I feel like the sun needs to shine a little bit more for me to feel better. All right, that's about all the points I've noted to share in this video, my honest review of Lagos, Nigeria. And I hope you find it informative, entertaining, or whatever reason that made you click on the video. I hope this video fulfilled it, and if you did, please let me know with the like button. Thank you. And till you see my face again, bye for now.